with a great supporter who've been backing up our cause from the very beginning. And today it's his daughter's birthday, but he still managed to give us his time and come and talk to you, address you, your amazing people of Bournemouth. I would like to introduce Joe Salmon, and he's currently the Green Councillor for Morden Ward. And he's actually, we're lucky that he's standing in the elections as MB for Bournemouth East. And I will leave it to Joe. So welcome Joe and give me like a good applause for Joe. Please, Joe.
Hey, hello everybody. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for turning out today. So, I'm going to talk to you very quickly and give you my thoughts on the situation. I'd like to also update you on our campaign to de-twin, and then finally I'm going to talk about the upcoming parliamentary elections. So, like the very kind introduction mentioned, it's my daughter's birthday today, and so But on the subject of children, there is a new acronym I've learned about recently, which is WCNSF. I never knew what this meant before, but it means Wounded Child, No Surviving Family. And that is such a horrible concept to demand its own acronym. Wounded Child, No Surviving Family. What happened on October the 7th was unjustifiable, and I want the hostages to be returned. But if you can take any atrocity and use that to justify further atrocities or an ongoing campaign of ethnic cleansing, you are no friend of peace and no friend of mine. I've spent 8 years now working for the NHS. I worked for South West Ambulance Service during the height of pandemic in urgent care. I was our hub manager at St Leonard's Hospital, and there were times when I felt utterly overwhelmed by the challenge in terms of the patients we had who'd been triaged and the demand. And I can't help but think what it must be like to be a clinician in Gaza at the moment, in one of the hospitals that is yet to be bombed by the IDF. And I just imagine, even if I was in that situation, if I was mentally strong enough to maybe shut out all of the despair and all of the hunger, the starvation going on outside the hospital, if I could shut out for my shift, my worries about my own family, my children and my parents, if I could do all of that and just get my head down and focus on my work. But then I saw on my round of patients, again and again, WCNSF, Wounded Child, No Surviving Family. It would break me. I cannot believe there are people right now labouring under such conditions in Gaza. I am in awe of the strength of the Palestinian people. They have nothing but my love and my respect. If there is any way I can show my solidarity with them or leverage my power as an elected councillor at the moment, I will do so. And that is why on the 17th of July, I will be taking a proposal that we de-twin Bournemouth with Netanya. I've no problem with the people of Netanya. You know, I'm sure there are some reasonable people there. But I cannot stand in my conscience for our town to be twinned with anywhere that is involved in an ongoing campaign of ethnic cleansing, that is a nation state run on a system of apartheid. I cannot conscience that. I'm hoping my colleagues in the council will vote with their own consciences rather than their party loyalties. But I have very little faith in politicians. I would urge you, when you go home today, go online, go to They Work For You or wherever, find who they are, contact them, email them, let them know you will not stop thinking about Gaza, you will not stop talking about Gaza, that we are watching, we have seen what has happened in Rafah, and we can see what the future holds if we do not stand up and say no. Before that happens, that's on the 17th of July, on the 4th of July we've got our general election, and thank God it's long overdue. In the build-up to this general election, our politicians and our media do not want you to talk about Gaza. The Conservative Party don't want to answer any questions about arms to Israel and ongoing military support to their operations. And that's fine by Labour, they don't want to ask those questions either. What they want to do is tell you the same thing you will hear again and again and again in the next few weeks, and it's something I'm sick of hearing already. It's that only Labour can beat the Tories, that you have a binary choice between politicians who support the daily war crimes we see, or politicians who support the daily war crimes we see but pretend to be a bit sad about it. Now that is no real choice. Now I'm sick of that message. I heard that message every single day last year, right up until the very day my wife and myself were elected successfully in Moordown, beating the Tories, beating Labour, beating the Lib Dems, beating anybody else, beating Reform. All it takes is it's so simple. We put through barely any materials in a lot of the seats we won. We tripled our seats here in Bournemouth. We have 3 times as many Green councillors now as we did a couple of years ago. We've tripled our seats. We will win elections. All we did was put through a couple of leaflets, and as soon as people realise they can vote for something that isn't this corrupt political system, we win. We win again and again and again and again. If we refuse to stop thinking about Gaza, to stop talking about Gaza, and to stop voting for people who do not care about Gaza, then we can win this. This is a fight that we must win for the people of Palestine. There are many more eloquent speakers who are going to come on after me, but I would urge you, do not let our political class forget that we are watching, that we have seen what they have done, and we will not forgive the inaction. Thank you. Solidarity.
Thank you so much, Mr. Salmon.